Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to completely reframe how you think about an incredibly famous, super common chemical. So when you hear the word histamine, you probably instantly think of allergy season, right? Tissues, watery eyes, the whole shebang. But, and here's the crazy part, without this exact same chemical, you literally wouldn't be able to properly digest your food or even heal a tiny paper cut.
So is histamine really just an allergy chemical? Honestly, we tend to have a totally unfair negative bias against it. We blame it for the sneezing, the itchy eyes. We basically wage an all-out war against it straight from our medicine cabinets. But today, we're going to look way beyond those annoying seasonal symptoms. We are going to meet a completely misunderstood biological hero. Seriously, this stuff is working tirelessly every single second of the day just to keep you alive and functioning.
Okay, let's dive into this, and I have to apologize in advance for the dense science jargon here, but stick with me. The official definition says histamine is an organic nitrogen compound involved in local immune responses as well as regulating physiological function in the gut and acting as a neurotransmitter. Wow, right? It's a mouthful. But breaking that down into fascinating plain English, it essentially means histamine is far from just a one-trick pony. It's actually a highly complex communicator just doing a massive amount of work across all your internal systems. Let's quickly trace its origin story, because this is actually deeply personal to you. Histamine is produced right inside your own body, from something called L-histidine, which is an essential amino acid. Your body is just brilliant. It takes this raw material and transforms it into histamine, continuously manufacturing this crucial compound so that your vital systems can actually function. It's like your own personal chemical factory.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the total disconnect between what we think histamine does and where it actually lives. We always associate it entirely with sneezes and sniffles, right? But look at the reality. It is permanently embedded deep in your stomach, inside your immune cells, and even in your brain. It's not just sitting up in your nasal passages waiting for some pollen to float by. It is deeply integrated right into your most vital organs.
And because it operates in all those wildly different places, histamine essentially acts as the ultimate biological multitasker. Honestly, you can think of it as the most underappreciated employee in the massive corporation that is your body. It is constantly doing the work of 10 people, quietly keeping the lights on, managing all the internal communications, and making absolutely sure the whole system doesn't just suddenly shut down on you. Just look at the incredibly crucial bodily functions it manages. It regulates your heart rate and your blood pressure, literally keeping your blood pumping efficiently. It controls muscle contraction and relaxation, which provides the fundamental balance that every single physical movement relies on. It modulates your immune responses. So yeah, it triggers the alarm during an allergy attack, but it's also coordinating your entire defense system against real dangerous threats. Oh, and it even acts as a vital neurotransmitter. It sends the signals that keep your mind sharp, awake, and processing information. Without histamine, none of these systems work, period. But wait, there's more. Beyond those immediate, fast-paced daily operations, histamine is also doing this totally invisible structural work behind the scenes. It isn't just a manager of immediate actions. It is a builder and it's a healer. It's working tirelessly day in and day out to construct, maintain, and repair the actual physical fabric of your body. Let's move to and see how this builds across your entire lifespan. From your very earliest days, it actually guides critical cellular development and forms the very blood cells coursing through your veins right now. And, when you get a scrape or a cut, histamine rushes straight to the scene to trigger local inflammation. Now, I know inflammation usually gets a pretty bad rap, but in this context, histamine is acting as the biological first responder. It's essentially cordoning off the construction site so your body's healing process can safely and rapidly begin.
So the crucial point is, how on earth does it achieve all of this wildly diverse work without getting its wires crossed? Well, it all comes down to the number 4. 4 completely distinct types of receptors. You can think of them like 4 completely different kinds of locks. Histamine itself is the master key that fits perfectly into all of them, unlocking a totally different physiological response depending entirely on which lock it turns. And this brilliantly illustrates how understanding that histamine uses different receptors for different jobs literally changed modern medicine. By mapping out this mechanism and blocking just one specific type of receptor, boom, we get the antihistamines we use for seasonal allergies. But target a totally different histamine receptor, say the one specific to your gut, and we get those revolutionary daily medications for acid reflux. Figuring out these 4 unique locks allowed us to treat a massive variety of conditions without shutting down everything else that histamine is doing for us.
Which brings us to our final takeaway.
The next time you pop an antihistamine to stop a sneeze or, clear up your sinuses, just remember what you're actually doing. You are engaging in a highly targeted negotiation with your body's absolute hardest worker. You're just pausing one tiny part of its job, while it just continues to flawlessly pump your heart, digest your food, and fuel your brain. So, what do you think? Is histamine really just an annoying allergy chemical? Or is it the secret MVP of your entire biological system? Honestly, I hope you never look at your medicine cabinet the exact same way again.